racing off, but Rev Limiters, away they go. Peter Brock and John Bower get away from the line equally as well. They'll be side by side into Hell Corner the first time through, but it's John Bower on the racing line. He'll lead Brock through with Gardner in third as the field heads up Mountain Straight for the first of 10 times.
One early casualty. Someone did not get off the line. The other 25 or so cars make their way up Mountain Straight for the first time, and in fact it was the Valvoline entry of Stephen Richards. Stuck
on the grid, Steve. Anyway, John Bower in control. John Bower leading. Peter Brock in second position. Gardner in third. There's Lowndes in fourth. And Bower's teammate Dick Johnson in fifth. Seaton in sixth.
Seaton driving under some difficulties. He's got a very bad back. He's got a chiropractor here at trackside working on him between races to keep him on the track.
He was just about carried out of the car from qualifying yesterday when something went in his back. Had to get immediate treatment from the chiro. And he's really giving him trouble all race weekend.
Oh,
look at Gardner. Gardner gets really sideways coming up toward Reed Park that time around. Just managed to catch it. But right in front of Craig Lowndes. There's Dick Johnson in fifth. So the V8's 200 kilometres an hour across the top of the mountain the first time around. Gardner in third.
Mark, driving a car has always looked that difficult, but that's what separates these guys from you, me, and the average road driver. When they get into trouble, it just looks so easy. Dunlop Race Cam. Dick Johnson is the pilot. We're looking from the roof of the Shell FAI number 17 Falcon. You can see Craig Lowndes and Wayne Gardner ahead of them, Peter Brock and John Bower. It's time for Conrod Straight.
That's the way they finished. It was John Bower, Brock, Gardner and Lowndes in the first four positions in Heat 1. Dick Johnson now has got the jump on Glenn Seaton. He'll follow this quartet down as Brock, repeating what he did in Heat 1, looking left, looking right, trying to find a gap round John Bower. Look at this bit of deja vu on the outside. Nothing he can do there.
Well, Brock really applying the pressure to Bower early in the second heat. He's not going to leave his run too late. He's got to apply the pressure, try and get past Bower here and now and set up a...
Oh, there's been a call! Gardner! Goodness me, Gardner came right across. He spun down the escape road. Gardner's headed off onto the pit entry lane. Contact between the two cars. And absolute mayhem broke loose there. I think everyone else managed to get through. Gardner's back into the race. Sorry, Lowndes back into the race. Gardner stuck by the side of the road. But I don't think Lowndes' car looks too healthy.
No, it's not going to keep going for too long. What an incident coming right to the bottom of...
That's a flat tyre there, Gary.
Yeah.
Look at that on the replay again. Now Lowndes is moving across. Pow! Just makes contact with the Coke Commodore.
Hoo-ha!
And then this is 200 kilometres an hour sliding out of control. Lowndes goes left. Gardner goes right, ploughing through that big sand trap. Lucky not to dig in. Goodness me.
Big left turn by Craig Lowndes. We see it again from race cam.
Well, look at the way the field were able to pick through there. Lowndes spun right across the path of Dick Johnson's car and off into the sand trap down the escape road. There's Peter McLeod's NZ car in trouble too. It's all happening. Mount Panorama.
What an action-packed first lap.
Back at the front of the field. There's Wayne Gardner, very disconsolate, walking away from his car, still stuck there on the corner of the circuit.
Well, I don't know what happened there. Whoa!
Oh, there's a dog!
It's all happening here. There's a dog on the racetrack. Very lucky not to get hit by the cars coming through that time around. Marshall's trying to grab him. This is a very dangerous moment. And there is Craig Lowndes. Yes, the damage, that flat rear tyre. I think
Craig might be safer there than going back to the pits to confront an angry Wayne Gardner. Two very disappointed drivers, no doubt, Mark Osler. An action-packed first lap. And that throws the cat amongst the pigeons. It really, really does.
Well, Bradley Jones got a good look at that accident. How did you read it?
Well, I mean, it's just one of those things. I guess it comes down to experience. Craig moved over and Wayne was coming by. And, there we have it. It was a very unfortunate thing. Put them both out of the race, and there'll be some finger shaking and some angry words in the pits a bit later, I should think.
Boy, Wayne Gardner's going to be very cross about that. Really pumped up about getting a result at Mount Panorama. Let's look back through the field. There's Seaton in fourth. There's the Castrol. There's Crompton in the Coke Commodore making a good start. Crick files through two. There's the leaders coming across the start-finish line. They've really been shuffled around with that accident. It's the pack leader Falcon. Alan Jones tapping onto the back of the Castrol Falcon. It's been a very tough weekend for pack leader racing. Alan Jones qualifying under the lap record, but in this class of racing, you've got to be a few tenths off and it shuffles you right down through the field. Done a lot of engine development work, changed the exhaust system, and according to Ross Stone, cured the brake problems they had at Sandown. But still, you can see a lot of work to do in this incredibly competitive class of racing.
Yeah, Mark, it was the two Queensland Ford teams, that of Pack Leader Racing, Alan Jones, Paul Romano, and of course Dick Johnson Racing, Dick and John Bowes, both experiencing brake problems in the first 2 rounds of the championship. The Stone boys have got the Pack Leader team firing, and they're stopping, so their brakes are fine. We don't know if John Bowes' brakes are working. He really hasn't applied them that much so far. Moving out in leaps and bounds, Peter Brock remains second. Dick Johnson is up into 3rd place.
Doing similar times to they were doing in the opening heat. 2:14, mid-14s, 2:14.43 for Bow, Brock at 14.7. So maintaining that pace from the first heat. The 3rd heat will be critical because the tyres are getting pretty tired. We've done 20 laps previously. There's our championship leader, Craig Lowndes, looking very disappointed at what may have been. But it has not been a good weekend for the youngster after such an absolutely brilliant start to the season, winning the opening 2 rounds. There's one of the Pack Leader Fords. It'll be Alan Jones' teammate, Paul Romano, in fact. So, plenty have dropped out in these opening laps. Drama upon drama. Mount Panorama this afternoon. Bow still leads from Brock. Dick Johnson in 3rd. Johnson, a very competitive run from the Bathurst legend. Really loves this place. And he's really showing his love for it. The results on the track. Up to 3rd position. Seaton in 4th. Perkins in 5th.
With the rise of the rapid rise of Craig Lowndes, Peter Brock is, well, maybe has been treated unfairly by many, I think, in the media. People suggesting perhaps retirement isn't too far away, perhaps suggesting the old guy doesn't have what it takes. Well, he's really making any of those doubters eat their words. 2nd place behind the race leader, John Bow. Let's have a look at our show race score. It is Bow, Brock, Dick Johnson, Glenn Seaton, Larry Perkins.